Hi ladies, it's Trisha, and today I'm going to try and do a tutorial. So someone asked me how I make this lace and satin flower, and that was Fran, and she's Miss Fran 3 here on YouTube. That's MS Fran 3. So I'm going to try and do a quick tutorial on how I do this flower. Okay, I use this flower from the Tim Holtz Alterations die, only because it cuts out very quick and very easy, because I actually use flat lace like this, and I can cut 6 at a time using this die. You could use any flower die, or you could even cut out circles to make this. So I've cut out 12 because I like to double my lace up. And for the satin, I just use this satin, and to cut that out, all I do is fold it up, place my circle on top and cut out, and I can cut out four at a time, or even 6 if I'm lucky, depending how sharp your scissors are. So I've already cut those out ready. See, I've got my circle satin and I've got my lace cut out. So that one's joined. Put them in groups of 2 so that it'll be quicker to do. The other thing I need, which I haven't got here, which I'll just get, is a small piece of felt. Oh. I knew I'd forget something. Okay, so all I do for the back of it is I just cut a square of felt as well. Okay, so I take my two pieces of lace flower and I layer them off centre of each other. I then fold them in half, and then I fold them in quarter, and all I do is let me just pop a tiny bit of hot glue just inside there and squeeze it together to hold. So you get that. I'll do another one. Well, I'll do them all. So off centre the lace, fold in half, fold in a quarter, and then I just pop a tiny piece of hot glue in there to hold it in place. So I do that, I do 6 of those, and you can see that you could do these with a circle. You could cut into the circle to give it a little bit of shape if you like. I'm sure most of you have tried this flower in a similar way of some sort. It's not quite off centre. Fold in half, fold in a quarter, this one's still joined. So now I have 6 of those. I'm just going to move the camera slightly. 6 of those. And then for the satin centres, it's the same kind of thing. You just fold the circle in half and fold it into a cone. And again, I just pop a little glue in there to hold it in place. Not sure I got, oh, did I? Yep. No, it didn't quite hold. And again, I do 6 of those. So I fold it in half into the 3 parts. Excuse me. Okay. So I fold it in half, and then I take a third in, and then if I pop the glue there now, and then a third over. So where the lace is a quarter, the centre bits are a third. So in half, a third in, and then over. So it just makes a cone shape. So fold in half, a third in, oh, that was a bit much glue, and then, oh, I'm going to have a string on that one. That's 5. So in half, a third in, and there we go. So that's all the petals made. So I'll just move these pieces out of the way for a moment. Okay, then I take my small square of felt, and I'm going to start layering my petals up. And I always put the open side away from me. I don't know why, I just do. So then I pop some glue on the end, and I think of this like a clock. So I start at the bottom as if it was on a 6. And then this one, like so. So you can see that. And this one should just take me just past where the 12 would be. So I'm halfway. Okay. I do turn it as I go. So that's 4 on. And you want to make sure that your last piece will cover both. Okay, so there's many ways you could decorate that just like this flower. You wouldn't always have to. That one's slightly, so if any seem to be sticking out, I just trim them off like that to even it up. You wouldn't always have to do the satin centre. You know, you can use different things. Sometimes I use satin ribbon flowers as my centres, or even a wok paper flower in the centre. Okay, so let's start. So again, we're just going to build the centre up in the same way. And with these ones, I don't overlap them. I actually position them next to each other. I hope this is making sense and I hope it's easy to follow. And then my final one. Goes like that. Okay. Then I make my flower centre, and I use these ribbon sliders, and I've actually bought these at Wild Orchid Craft, and I use these sticky back pearls. So I think that's the size. I place that inside the small pearl one, like that. And then I pop some hot glue on the back. Might need a little bit more. And then I place it inside the rhinestone looking one, like so. And I think they make really cute flower centres. But you can make any kind you want. These are just the ones I like to use. And then a nice dollop of hot glue on there, and then I position it. I think I need a bit more because it drops down. Ooh. Okay. Into the centre, and then I just position it. Try and make it as central as I can. and hold that in place until it sets, otherwise it will lift up off the fabric. Okay, that should be long enough, and that's how I make my lace and satin flowers. Then of course you can add a feather twit or a stick pin, whatever you like. I hope this was easy to follow, and I hope it made sense. Let me know what you think, because I don't do many tutorials. And I hope Fran will give this a go, because she asked for it. I really hope she does. Let me know how you get on with it. I'd love to know. Okay, so I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.